Well, did not know my camera was being a butt today. See if I can fix that. One moment, please. Well, I guess you guys will get to see my pretty face today. That why? Because my husband has OBS open? There's no reason why he needs OBS open. Close it. Oh, no. God damn it. Well, you guys don't get to see me today. You guys get to hear me, but you don't get to see me because I don't want to close OBS and have my husband get mad at me. In case you didn't know, my husband streams too. And he streams, he does videos. So, yeah. So this will just be a live stream where you hear me and not see me. Such is life. I don't want to get in trouble with my husband because I don't know what he's doing with OBS. So, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you guys happen to be. This. Cleaning off my mirror here so I can put on my makeup. So, how's life today? How's everybody? Well, what have you guys... What the fuck am I doing? Just put my foundation on my sponge. Wrong sponge. Did my beauty blender. So, you guys been keeping up with the news? That's what we're going to be talking about today. You guys heard about the YouTube channel 8 Passengers? Apparently, if you're into all those family vloggers, you've heard about them. And even if you're not, you probably heard about them, just like you heard about Daddy 05. Well, apparently she's just as bad, if not worse. Her name is Ruby Frankie. That's how she pronounced it, Frankie, even though everyone says it's Frank. It's Frank with an E at the end. Frankie, it doesn't matter. She's in jail. She doesn't get to complain how people pronounce her husband's last name. And it's this family vlog channel. And apparently she's been starving her kids and has some very weird punishments. Like her eldest here a few years ago had to sleep in the living room on a beanbag because he lost the privilege of his room. She would take the doors off the kids' room when they misbehaved. She thought eating dinner was a privilege. And how everybody found this out was that here over the weekend, one of her kids, don't know which one, climbed out of their bedroom window and ran over to a neighbor's house. And he asked for food and water, necessities of life, right? And the neighbor noticed that his hands and feet were duct taped. And so she immediately called the cops. Cops went over to the house and found the other kids that were there, almost in the same condition, similar, duct taped, haven't been fed or had anything to drink. And apparently, Ruby, the mom, had been leaving her kids for like days on end, sometimes even weeks, with no food, nothing to eat or drink. And so she could go up to her friend's house, her friend's house, her partner's house, and film connections. Let's see if I could find any news articles. Stories of Ruby Frank. Okay. Okay, right here. YouTube vlogger Ruby Frank formally charged with 6 felony counts of child abuse. This is from NPR. Website is npr.org. Okay. Let's get into this formally. I can tell you exactly what they're saying on the news and everything. Ruby Frank, the family vlogger behind the now defunct YouTube channel 8 Passengers, has been formally charged with 6 counts of felony child abuse by a Washington County attorney in Utah, court documents show. Frankie and her business partner, Jody Hildebrandt, were arrested last week after Frankie's 12-year-old son climbed out of a window and ran to a neighbor's house asking for food and water. The neighbor noticed duct tape around the child's ankles and wrists, called the police. The responding officers said the child appeared severely malnourished and had sustained deep lacerations from being tied up with a rope. So not only did he have duct tape on his hands and feet, he had lacerations from being tied up with a rope. I mean, how dumb can you be? And her business partner, Jody Hildebrandt, they also had this YouTube channel and Facebook mom group called Connections, and they were giving parenting advice. Why would you take parenting advice from someone who does this to their kids? When police searched Hildebrandt's home, they found Frankie's 10-year-old daughter in a similar condition and transported both children to the hospital for malnourishment. In total, the 4 Frankie children still living at home were taken into the care of Utah's Child and Family Services. Her two other children are adults. Thank God. But I wish they could have taken the other kids with them when they moved out to college. I'm just looking for brushes if you hear that, so I can finish putting on my makeup. Hildebrandt was also charged with 6 felony counts of aggravated child abuse. A local lawyer representing Frankie did not immediately respond to NPR's request for comment. Court documents do not list legal representation for Hildebrandt. Oh, I got a cold. Both Hildebrandt and Frankie were still in custody as of Wednesday, records for the Washington County Sheriff's Office show. The pair are scheduled to appear in court before the same judge on Friday. Okay, so pay attention on Friday. A lot's going to be coming up. Frankie rose to national fame with the launch of her YouTube channel in 2015. At its peak, 8 passengers attracted nearly 2.3 million subscribers who followed along as Frankie documented her life as a mother of 6 children and wife to her husband Kevin. And Kevin's not innocent in all this either. The channel was taken down earlier this year amid a growing chorus of concern over Frankie's strict parenting tactics, which included threatening to take away meals. In recent weeks, Frankie has been collaborating with Hildebrandt on Connections, a mental health counseling service that also faced criticism for its parenting advice, including shame-based learning and shunning those who don't share your values. Wow. Let's see if the New York Post has anything different. This was on September 3rd, so that's not that new. 23 minutes ago, E! Online. And like I said, her partner Jody Hildebrandt, they ran a mommy channel and a YouTube channel called Connections, where they were trying to give out parenting advice to those who needed it. And I feel sorry for those people who actually took their advice at face value. Without doing any research. People who think that this type of parenting is okay. You don't starve your children. I mean, you just don't abuse and neglect them, period. I mean, that's just common sense. I mean, she would leave weeks on end to go film Connections with Jody Hildebrandt. I mean, her kids used to be in the public school system, but she took them out to homeschool them, and I use that in quotes, homeschool. And, yeah, so, I mean, it's just dumb. And I'm thinking that she used homeschooling as a excuse so that she could just leave whenever she wanted and not take care of her kids. Oh, I haven't seen your kids in a while. Oh, no, I'm homeschooling them. It's fine. Weird ass mother. And I remember, I mean, I never liked her channel. I never really liked these mommy. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that because I do watch one family, but that's just one. I'm not going to tell you who, though. I was going to say. Let's see if I can manage putting on my makeup here. I'm on my eyeshadow right now. Gotta go babysit here in a couple hours. I gotta run to the post office before. So. Oh, excuse me. So. I gotta run to Dollar General before I go to the post office. Yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff I gotta do before I go babysit. And it doesn't help that her shift always starts when the post office closes. So, yeah, so I have to leave a bit earlier or have her come pick me up a bit earlier. Wish I had my own car so I could go do this shit without having to have her waste her gas. Right now, we're just down to one vehicle. So my husband and my son need it to go to work. They work at the same place, so they need it more than I do, seeing my friend can pick me up. Okay. So. I'll read this news article here in a minute. I'm almost done with my mascara. Yeah, I wish you guys could actually see. Like I said, I don't want to mess up anything my husband has going with OBS. Okay. Okay, so here's another news article that I found on eonline.com. It says, influencer Ruby Frankie officially charged with 6 counts of felony child abuse. Let's see if it says the same thing. Because it might. Ruby Frankie's legal troubles are mounting. 1 week after the influencer and her business partner Jody Hildebrandt were arrested on aggravated child abuse charges, both women have been formally charged with 6 counts of felony child abuse by the Washington County Attorney in Utah, per legal documents obtained and viewed by E! News on September 6th. Each count carries a prison sentence up to 15 years. Confirmed a press release shared by the office and a fine up to $10,000. Ooh, let's do the math here. 15 times 6. Oh my God. 90 years she could be facing, up to 90 years in prison, and $90,000. That's the maximum she could be facing. Ooh, I hope she's squirming in her boots because Friday's gonna come real fast. A probable cause affidavit obtained by NBC News also shed more light on the exact events that transpired surrounding Frankie and Hildebrandt's August 30th arrests. Per the outlet, the probable cause affidavit alleged that Frankie's 12-year-old son was found emaciated with open wounds and duct tape on his wrists and ankles by law enforcement after he climbed out of a window at Hildebrandt's house and went to a neighbor's home for help. And let me tell you guys, I've seen pictures of Jody's house. It's not like it's in a neighborhood. It's like secluded. It looks secluded. Looks like it's built into a mountain. And so for him to climb out and go to a neighbor's for help, I'm thinking he had to go quite a bit of ways. Poor guy. Poor kids. You know, it's... Why do this? Frankie's son had gone to the house asking for food and water, according to an August 31st press release shared by the Santa Clara Ivans Public Safety Department. He has attempted to reach legal representation for both Frankie and Hildebrandt for comment, but has been unable to find contact information, and previous attempts to reach the two directly have been unsuccessful. So they got something to hide. I understand that some lawyers are hard to get a hold of, but my God, can't even find contact information? Really? Frankie's 10-year-old daughter was then found at Hildebrandt's home in a similarly malnourished condition, per the affidavit, with officials saying the children's conditions were so severe that they were taken to a local hospital for treatment. In total, Frankie's 4 minor children still living at home were taken into the care of Utah's Division of Child and Family Services. Frankie also has 2 adult children who no longer reside with her. I wish the 2 older children could have taken the others with them. The press release from the local county attorney's office further detailed the charges against Frankie, 41, Hildebrandt, 54, adding, "There are 2 juvenile victims in these cases, and each defendant is accused of causing." God, I think I need to put on my glasses. Is accused of causing or permitting serious physical injury. Hold on, I'm getting my glasses on. Yeah, it's not even any better. I think I actually got to wash these. Serious physical injury to the victims in 3 different ways. 1, a combination of multiple physical injuries or torture. 2, starvation or malnutrition that jeopardizes life. Let me try that again. Malnutrition that jeopardizes life. And 3, causing severe emotional harm. Frankie gained popularity through her now defunct 8 Passengers YouTube channel, which she first started in 2015, and followed her life raising 6 kids. However, she was criticized by viewers for extreme parenting methods, including one video in which Frankie refused to bring her, listen to this, refused to bring her 6-year-old daughter lunch after she forgot to bring food to school. Frankie ultimately stopped posting on YouTube channel earlier this year. She said it would teach her daughter a life lesson. Only 6 years old. I can understand. You say, okay, fine, no, you're going to have to suffer if she was in high school. 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, yeah, at that age, they are responsible for their own homework and getting themselves ready and everything. At that age, yeah, high school age, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Yes. Tough shit. You're just going to have to either, I don't even know if these kids even had their own money, but I mean that's what I tell my kids. Well, tough shit. Use your own money to buy lunch at school, or I don't know. You know, by the time they're in high school, yes, it is. I would say it's fine. They're old enough to, know the consequences of not bringing lunch to school. But a 6-year-old does not know the consequences. And for a 6-year-old, it is a long haul from lunch till the end of school. And I don't even know if these guys get a snack after school, even. So it could be a long haul. I mean, if the 6-year-old was bad, her mother would take away dinner privileges. So, yeah. Ruby needs to be put behind bars forever and not being even allowed to see her kids. She does not deserve these babies. Frankie ultimately stopped posting on her YouTube channel earlier this year. In the days following her arrest, members of Frankie's family spoke out in support of the charges. Today has been a big day for me. Me and my family are so glad justice is being served. Sherry Frankie, the Utah influencer's estranged 20-year-old daughter, wrote on her Instagram story over photos that appeared to be from the arrest. We've been trying to tell the police and CPS for years about this. So glad they finally decided to step up. Kids are safe, but there's a long road ahead. Please keep them in your prayers and also respect their privacy. Please do, people. Respect their privacy. They're going through a lot right now. If the eldest daughter wishes to share stuff, she will share it. And trust me, we will get updates on Ruby and Jody. In addition, Frankie's sister Ellie, Bonnie, and Julie also share a statement in support of her arrest. Yeah, I don't think so. Ugh. Hold on, I need to blow my nose. Sorry. Ugh. For the last 3 years, we have kept quiet on the subject of Ruby Frankie for the sake of her children. Their joint statement shared to their respective Instagram account on August 30th read, behind the public scene, we have done everything to try and make sure these kids were safe. We wouldn't feel right about moving forward with regular content without addressing the most recent events. Once we do, we will not be commenting on it any further. They added, Ruby was arrested, which needed to happen. Jody was arrested, which needed to happen. The kids are now safe, which is the number one priority. And that's the end of the e-news. But I don't get it. Hold on. I do not get it. If these adults, they're aunts. Hold on. If these kids' aunts were trying so hard to save them, why haven't they tried to call CPS? Because it sounds like only the eldest kids were trying to call CPS for years and the cops. I don't think that their aunts were trying very hard to get the kids taken out. Or maybe see, that's the thing. That's just speculation. We don't know. They could have been. I don't know. Oh, Hi. How are you? And he's gone. Don't know when he showed up. Vamshi Ganesh. Vamshi, I don't know. Looks like it's a name in another language. That's all I know. Could be a fake account too, for all I know. Um. Ugh. I hate being sick. I hate having allergies on top of a cold because I don't know which one it is at that point. Because to me, cold and allergies, the symptoms are the same: runny nose, stuffy nose, itchy, watery eyes, itchy throat. Trying to get the most recent news here, but I think that was the most recent news. So, yeah. That's what's been going on with 8 passengers. The most up to date thing that's going on with YouTube right now. 8 passengers. YouTube did take down the Connections YouTube page, and apparently Ruby took down her 8 passengers YouTube channel earlier this year to concentrate on Connections. And they also, in stories, are also being told that one of the kids would also be wandering the neighborhood of Irving, Utah, or wherever they were living at the time, and going up to neighbors' houses asking if their kids could play, and they'd be like, "Well, their kids. Oh, sorry, so and so's at school." Okay, I can wait, she would say. I don't know, but I hope that she gets the book thrown at her. And these types of vloggers need to be yeah, they just need to be dealt with. Not all family vlog channels are like 8 passengers and Daddy 05 and all the others that are bad. Not all of them are. But see, and here's the thing too, she claimed to be Mormon and that she was raising her kids in a Mormon lifestyle. But what religion tells you that it's okay to take food away from your children as a punishment? What religion tells you that it's okay to take your kids' beds away as a form of punishment? Take doors off, take doors out of the rooms. I know that cops will say that as a form of punishment, as a form of severe punishment, 3 hots and a cot. Because that's what prisoners get. And if kids are really, really bad and won't listen to you, you can just keep them in their rooms with not even a pill. You don't even have to give them a pill because they don't even give prisoners pill. But 3 hots and a cot. That's all. 3 meals and a bed. That's all they need. You can take out you take away their books, their TV, any other form of entertainment, iPads, phones, whatever, computers, and just give them 3 hots and a cot. Because that's what a friend of mine had to do here with her kid. And the cop did say it was okay because she did ask the cop if that was fine. Okay, well, I'm going to get off here now. Been on for about 35 minutes. So, yep. I'll catch you guys all later. Peace.